I'm behind schedule. All right. StreamYard, we're good. YouTube, we're good. But it don't show anybody in here. More likely for the last 2 weeks, people got pissed off at me, I guess. So right now, it's only just me and you. By the looks of it, though, yeah. Yeah. But hopefully we'll get some people in when notification starts popping up on YouTube. But hey, if they don't show up, if they don't show up, we're shut her down after about 30 minutes or so. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And it's probably a busy day for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. It is. Day before Thanksgiving and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't expect a big crowd anyway, but I felt bad for bailing on you for 2 weeks in a row, which, I really do. Patriot in the Dark's in the house. How you doing? Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and Rob. Good
evening, you, Patriot.
I didn't realize this till the other day. It just dawned on me. Somebody mentioned it, but I forgot. That you've got living in your state now, haven't you? Never enough ammo. He moved from South Texas all the way to Michigan. To me, that doesn't. I mean, he more likely done it for, I don't know, financial reasons or whatever. But he's gone from sort of like a purple state to a blue state. I'm quite surprised Michigan still has good gun laws. But that's going to change. I know it is. So I just thought I'll throw that out there. Oh, he lives about 15 minutes east of you, huh? That's probably why they took my channel down. Yeah. Yeah. So he's that close to you, huh? Wow. All right. So, yeah, well, somebody's got to bear the cross. So I guess it might as well be you, Patriot. All right. Back to my scheduled program. So, yeah, I was just telling Rob here that I think I found a vehicle at last. So, hopefully, by this time next week, I should. Was it this time next week or when do I get? No, sorry, it will be the week after that because the date of my Social Security disability check will come after the next show. So, Chris from the 740's in the house. Oh, so he's the next town over from you. Okay. All right. So, anyway, I lucked out on the vehicle. I'm looking at all I need is a beater, basically, because I drive from here to the diner and over my friend's house and back. Occasionally, I'll go to Jasper once or twice a month, depending on doctor's appointments. And that's about it. I don't go much anywhere else. So I don't need no fancy vehicle. But I've got I'm looking at a 2003 S10 crew cab, 4-wheel drive. And everything still works on it. It's got a dent here and there, no major dent, but a little dent here where you might have hit a post at one time or something, But it's a bronze looking. I don't know what color Chevy called it, but it's a bronze looking color. If I don't know, did I download any pictures of it on here? Let me have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, well, let me. All right. Okay, that's that. Okay, so let me. Let me get away with that. And okay, now it's been so long since I've I don't know. Let's see. What the hell? It's all different now to what it used to be. What's that? Image file. Which one is it? This one here. Okay. Is it showing that one? Hang on. It's doing something. There you go. That's a picture of it. You see it on the screen there? I don't know if you can see it, Rob.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it don't look too bad for what it is, you know? I mean, it's, well, but the price is right is the bit I like about it. I know you can't see it, Patriot, but it would do me. It will cover everything I need to do. So there you go. Let me get rid of that off of here. So we go back to where I was. There we go. So, hey Vanessa, how you doing? Good to see you. But before I took the last, wasn't here for the last two shows. I was thinking about, what we were talking about, maybe bringing back Shooting with Disabilities back a little bit into the show. And the weather has changed here. I can't brag about how warm it is and how sunny and because winter's arrived. I mean, we haven't had any snow yet, but we've had some cold mornings and highs in the low 40s. It hasn't got real. I mean, we've had a couple of freezes overnight, but nothing. But where I was going with this is I forgot my arthritis in my, not only my hands, but it's got worse, over the last couple of years. And for some unknown reason this year, it feels worse than it ever has. I mean, I'm aching all the time. And where I was going, I was messing around with my my carry gun the other day. And I know I bought that because of my hands, but it even, I mean, I didn't even fire the damn thing. I was just holding it, doing some dry firing, and it was hurting. Even like right now, my left thumb, I can hardly bend it without it hurting. It's arthritis is. I wonder if my medication not working anymore. That's what made me think, but I don't know. But I just thought I'll mention that things aren't, not what they. I guess because I'm getting older. I guess.
There's a good chance your body's gotten a bit more tolerant, to the medication you take normally. So it is possible that could be an effect. I mean, it might be something to consider talking to your doctor about if there's, if it's something that works that way, or
Yeah, well, I've been
other options.
yeah.
Just an experiment in a sense. Not that I'm a fan of taking a bunch of pills or something, but if you're already on a medication and whatnot, and it may could be a thing. It's natural. Same thing like you get a headache if you're a Excedrin fan. Eventually, at least for me, it doesn't seem to work the same. So you got to switch over to like Tylenol or something. Like do a rotation, because eventually the same shit just doesn't have the effect anymore.
Yeah, well, and that's what I've been taking for years is that is for the pain in my back. I've been taking that gabapentin, for years. I don't think that works much any good anymore. But also for the arthritis, I've been taking that hydrochloroquine that kept me free during the pandemic. Even though they said it didn't work, but it proved that it did. So that's what my doctor prescribed me for the arthritis, was that stuff. And I've been using it for years. Yeah, you need to talk to your doctor about it. Yeah, I think you're right. Because it feels worse this year than it has for the last few, worse than it ever has. And it's not really cold yet. We don't have, where it's freezing all day long and all night. It's it's cold right now, and my shoulders. This right shoulder has been bad for years. I can't raise my arm up higher than that. But now my left one's starting to hurt. I can still get this one up, but it hurts to do it now. And that never happened, So I think it is about time to go talk to him. Maybe
it hurts. Does it just physically hurt, or do you get so far up and feel like a pop or something in your arm or shoulder, or
it physically hurts?
Okay, so it just hurts in a sense. There's no.
I think it's the joints is what's doing it. It's the joints that hurt. Lifting it up. Like this one, I can't even lift up higher than that. I can if I take my arm and push it up, and I can feel the pain doing it, but I can hold it up if I hold, like that. But I can't lift it on its own like that.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting older or some shit, but man, I reached up to get a pair of pants down from in my closet area. First thing in the morning or whatever, and I felt like a pop, and it felt like I got shot in the arm or something. I was like, "Holy shit!" So,
all right, see you later, Patriot.
Okay. If it's something like that, then man, I can sympathize, because I'd hate to feel that every time I raise my arm up or something. Holy crap! But I think that was something muscular, or I don't know, joints or cartilage or something. Something gave away.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, not only my shoulder, all the way from here, all the way across here, it hurts on my shoulders and my arms. Oh, God. I haven't felt this bad in a long time. I think the last time I felt this bad is when I actually was having these aches and pains, and I went to the doctor to find out what was wrong with me. They might actually make an appointment to see what in the hell is the word for him. There's a specialist doctor that does that shit. Well, I can't think of the name of him right now. So, and if I remember correctly, we don't have one in Jasper. I'm going to have to drive to Evansville to see him. That's a 60-mile drive one way. Jesus Christ. I say I don't drive anywhere.
60 miles, and you're upset. My goodness, man. My goodness.
Yeah, 60 miles. I dread driving 13 miles to Jasper nowadays. I go, oh God. Oh, the truck that I'm hoping to get. I'm saying hoping because I ain't got it yet. You know what I'm saying? Something could happen between. All right, everybody likes a piece of ass, but nobody likes a smart ass, Gary. He said, "Oh wow, look, it's Rick." Yes, I'm back. I do apologize. I said first week I was truck hunting. Last week I was sick. Oh my God, punished me last week. I think he knew I was doing my show, and he made me. Oh man, I was rough. I was throwing up. Oh God, I don't want to go into it. Just thinking about it. But besides my aches and pains this week, I'm doing okay. And it looks like I should have the truck soon. So
Do you know
there
the
we go.
mileage of the truck?
What?
Do you know the mileage of the truck?
It's just shy. It's got a lot of miles on it, just shy of 200,000, about 198,000. But I talked to my friend, my guy I go see every morning. He's a bit of a car mechanic. He builds racing cars and muscle cars and shit. He said, he said, he said that lasts you another 50,000 miles at least. You know, he goes, you don't drive anywhere, so he said I personally wouldn't worry about it, but he said he has looked at it. Not he hasn't gone through it like a mechanic would yet, but he's listened to the engine and stuff, and he said it sounds pretty good as far as he can tell. And he said the transmission seems okay, you know. So he said, "What do you want for a 20-year-old car?" So there you go. So he said he said cars in the last, he said that's hey, basically he said it's in good condition, body's in fair. I mean, there's a little bit of rust on it, but he said the body's in fair condition by the looks of it. And now go on.
You run a check on Kelly's Blue Book on it?
Yes, it said it was. It said it was around. I think it said it was around 4,500 for the condition it's in.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, if it's on their book and mechanically sound, then that's good. So
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we were late because I was commending Rick for considering this in a sense instead of what he mentioned as far as a buy now, pay now place, because those things are horrible. So you definitely don't want that.
I know. But it was, I mean, really, they're the only ones that had a vehicle in my price range, to be honest with you.
Yeah, most
You
of
know,
those cars are recycled through people that can't really afford them, and nobody really maintenances them. So they say, "Oh, we gave it an inspection and blah 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 blah," and it's all a bunch of bullshit, man. Those cars are jalopies, lemons, whatever you want to call them, usually. So
yeah.
it's not. And once you get it, you're married to it. Like they don't warranty that if the car's broke, you got to fix it or
Yeah.
make that payment. And their payments usually because most people that go there to have credit issues don't have. They jack it up. It's like literally going to rent a center. So just if you do the deal straight, make all your payments, you're still paying like usually damn near double the value of the
Oh
vehicle.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I looked at the
They're worse than
finance charge,
almost
and
a
that's
new
another
one.
thing. As you said, you're paying. It feels like you're paying almost double the price for it. By the time you finish paying it off. Plus, it was a long term. So to me, I didn't want a long. I didn't want a long car payment. So
Yeah, no, that's a good move on your part. So I'm just
yeah,
proud he didn't get the sucker route. Might not be the best thing up there or whatever, prettiest, but if it's mechanical and a straight price and from your buddy, like you can't get much better than that.
yeah. Well, I mean, the actual car is actually he's my second cousin. My first cousin, where I stayed on the farm when I was a kid, his that's his sister, one of the girls, right? So he's my second cousin. That's her son, so it's family. And, and I don't think he'd do me wrong because me and her are tight, we always got on well. So I think overall, I'm not saying it's not going to break down. Things do that sometimes are beyond people's control. But I think overall it's going to be a vehicle that will work. Plus, he deals in junk cars and he strips the parts off them, and that's what he does for a living. So if somebody does break on it, I can go down there and say, "Hey, I need this," and he should have one. So I think it's a good deal all around myself. Plus, also what I said, he's letting me make payments. And I'm going to give him so much, then he's going to let me drive it off his. I wouldn't call it a lot, but you know what I mean. From his garage, junkyard, whatever you want to call it. Actually, he had a couple of vehicles there that he had 2 other pickups, full size ones, but they were already sold. He said, "Yeah." He said, "But I got this one here." So there we go. Oh, I'm pleased with the deal if it all goes through. I can't see why it won't, but I'm not going to say it's mine or it's a done deal until I actually got it sitting in the driveway. Because you never know. Something might happen. So somebody might come along, and I don't think he'll do it, but if somebody offers him a hell of a lot more money than he quoted me, because I got nothing in writing. This is all done on a family handshake. You know what I'm saying? So
you got a family dinner tomorrow?
No, I don't. But
okay.
The funny thing is,
if she serves you mac and cheese, you better eat that shit.
Oh yeah, I know. But what was funny was I've been trying to get hold of him since a couple of days after the accident when my truck was totaled, and leaving messages, and he hasn't got back to me. His mother, my cousin, called me up just to chit chat, and she was going on. I said, "Oh yeah," I said, "Did you hear? I lost my truck, got totaled, and everything else." Giving her the story, and she says, "What you doing?" And I said, "No." I said, "I'm looking for a vehicle right now." I said, I put into a phone call to Randy, which is her son, and I said he hadn't got back to me yet. And I just carried on with the conversation, talking about something else. Later the afternoon, guess what? Guess who called me? her son. So she must have called him and said, "I'll,
dude.
So I've got that card I can play if things go really south." So there we go. What else what's been happening to you?
Get things done. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I said, what's been happening with you in the last 2 weeks?
Whew. British stuff, but shit, it's been a busy few weeks, so basically a couple weeks. To the point where I can't even keep track at this point. So work, yeah. I know work, family, issues within family, the normal stuff.
I'm quite surprised you got any. I'm quite surprised anybody can afford to have any work done in New York.
Yeah, people still got to get crap done. So it's kind of strange because yeah, as a whole, everybody seems to be struggling, but there's people still willing to spend money. So,
Oh,
uh,
absolutely. Yeah.
a lot of my customers are older. I've worked for them for seems like ever, like 10 years plus in some cases. So I don't know. It's just, you know, it seems to be things that, well, I can't even say that. I was going to say things that have to be done versus things that need to be done, because there's a lot of things that have to be done, but there's still people that are getting things that they want done. If that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Everybody's not broke, so yeah.
Yeah.
I don't work for the one percenters, so these are regular hardworking
Is there any
pension.
1%ers left in New York? I thought
Is
they're
there
all
any
leaving.
what?
Yeah.
Is there any what in New
Any
York?
1%ers left? Aren't they all leaving the state?
Probably, but I doubt they're in my area. They're all north of Albany, so
Okay. All right.
lots of woods out there, the mountains, private areas. That's pretty much that, or down near like right outside the city, like Westchester County or in that area. So they
Yeah.
say. I guess the Clintons got a place there or something. I don't know.
It doesn't
There's
surprise me.
people all over around here, but not directly in my area. So at least that I'm aware of. I mean, you never know.
Yeah. 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 But I was also saw on I was reading, I think, what was it, New York City, where that 65-year-old got put in prison for murder for shooting somebody?
I
Who was,
think so. I think so. Yeah,
yeah.
which is crazy. Of course, I
Because
think
he
it's
didn't
crazy.
have a permit to be carrying the gun.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
from what I read was he thought it was a knife, but it turned out just to be a pen. But a pen can still do damage if it gets pushed into you hard enough into your body.
Yeah. And honestly, I mean, if you're 70 some odd years old and some asshole wants to attack you, they deserve to get shot.
Absolutely.
So I don't know.
And they just get
Gee.
him for is it my volume that's messed up here? Because I keep getting a little bit of feedback. I don't know if it's
Mhm.
my volume or not. So
Maybe. I know there's a fan in the background and, girls in the next room. So I don't know if it could be stuff on my end, possibly.
yeah, it's more likely my end. So let's have a look. Uh, let's see. Microphone. Here it is. Yep, that's good. Volume of the microphone. I've only got it. It's only set on 13, believe it or not. That's not very high. You guys can hear me all right, can't you? But what I'm saying is, when I talk, then I hear some sort of like I can hear myself on your end. When you have your mic switched on.
Yeah, kind of like an echo or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So
not normally that means one of us is running, like watching it on the computer or phone or something, but I'm not running anything. So besides the fan.
yeah, I'm not either, as far as I know. So I don't know what it is, but I'm not running anything except for the normal microphone and computer. I mean, not computer, microphone, computer, and the camera. That's it. So anyway, there we go. I did turn the volume down just a little bit more to be on the safe side. But, okay, well, I'll see what happens. Yeah. So, but yeah, I read that, and basically because what was he meant to do? Let himself get stabbed? What happens if the guy did have a knife? But he still could have, I mean, with a pen in his hand, he could have jammed that still into you. If he pushed it hard enough.
kind of can be considered a weapon. I mean, yeah, obviously you got a cheap pen, but whatever. You could hurt somebody with just about any damn thing if you were
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
to. So I mean, it doesn't really, but still, I mean, I don't know the circumstance or anything or the story, from the quick take I heard, the guy basically got mugged or attempted mug or assault or something where the guy ran up and attacked him. So I don't know. I think, anybody, that's getting assaulted like that, especially at the age of 70, should, be able to use whatever's within their power to stop that type of attack. So.
yeah. But they're saying here, because he didn't have a permit to carry it. That's what they got him on more than anything, from what I was reading.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, they can do that as a felony for the gun, and then they can go ahead and hit them with a felony for every round in the gun too, and then hit them for a charge for using it. So I mean, it's crazy. It truly is. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like one little mistake or a slip up, and you're a criminal now, and your rights are gone.
Yeah. It is pretty sad.
According to the state, he should have just got attacked and called the police.
Yeah.
If he lived, if he didn't live, then, he should have just got attacked and died.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what, though, just like that prosecutor in the old Rittenhouse thing, should have taken a beating, taking one for the team, Oh, I tell you, it makes me.
It's crazy. That's why you really got to be cautious what situations you get yourself into, where you go, who you associate with, because even when you're right, you're wrong sometimes by the law here. So,
Yeah.
Be thoughtful, and you got to make sure something's worth it.
Yeah. I mean, does New York have Castro Doctrine if somebody breaks into your house?
Sorry, 1 second.
Everybody's bailing on me.
Sorry. Castle Doctrine. No, we don't have that. There's something, I can't recall what they call it, but basically here somebody breaks in, unless you can't get out of your house safely or something like that. You're supposed to just call the cops, basically.
You have a duty to retreat.
Pretty much, yeah. I don't know if it's changed, but there was a time where even if you were assaulted, you had to get hit twice before you could actually defend yourself. You got to try to get out of the situation, which is, I personally think these laws are ridiculous. But if anything's ever to happen, you have to be thoughtful on how you frame the situation, I guess, how you look at it. So, but yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff. So, now depending on your DA and whatnot, it could go different ways, but, a lot of these places, a gun owner's a bad guy right from the beginning. So, at the very least, they'll try to take your rights and give you a slap on the wrist, at the least, usually.
It's sad when when it gets to that. But see, also, I understand you didn't vote for any of this shit that's going on with
oh no,
what judges are there, what prosecutors are there, but the majority of the state did. You know what I'm saying? So part of me wants to say you deserve everything you get for voting those kind of people in. I mean, like the guy that just got voted in as going to be the new mayor of New York City. I'm sorry. The citizens of New York City deserve every goddamn thing they get. I hope their city goes to shit big time. You know, I really do. Because I don't care what you call it, communism doesn't work. It never has, and it never will. And I even heard him say we're doing it the correct way. Every goddamn person before in the world has said that. And it's all turned out the same. On paper, it sounds great, but in reality, it don't work. So New York City, they deserve everything they get for voting that way. I'm sorry. That's the way I'm starting to feel, and that's pretty sad. You know? So there we go. Sorry that upset you. But you're not from New York City, are you? So
No. I avoid the city as much as I can. So
yeah. But yeah, it's and that's just one state, and there's unfortunately all the blue states are all going like that. You know, it's a it's a shame. It really is. And as you said, if you're a gun owner, you're the bad guy before the police even know what's going on. You're the bad guy because you're the guy. You're the one who defended yourself, or you're the one, that doesn't have a problem with having guns. I just find it really, really strange. I guess I've lived in this free state too long, I guess. But then, hey, they still trying to. The Democrats in the city of Indianapolis are every now and then try to get they submit a bill trying to bring in some gun control. But I say that, I've mentioned it before. We were one of I think we were the first or second state in the country to have red flag laws. Even as free we are with guns, but they don't call them red flag laws. They call it some other law, but basically, if I don't agree with red flag laws, but if they're going to force them on you, they should use Indiana's one as a blueprint of how it should be done, because there is a lot of I hope it hasn't changed. There is a lot of safeguards in there to stop frivolous people. Just, only certain individuals can do it. I think it's mainly like police are the only ones that can go to a judge and say, we've got to take his guns and stuff like that. But they got to have a good reason to do it, a really good reason, not just because somebody said, oh, he's dangerous, or we think he's dangerous. They got to have proof that he is, type thing, So, I'm just giving a general view of it there, But you guys need to look it up if you're ever interested. I'm as I said, I'm not into red flag laws, but if you got to have them, Indiana's is pretty. It's decent for a very, very bad law. I don't know if that's the right way of saying it, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. But hey, what can you say? Damn, it's 7:45 already. Jesus Christ! It's time's flying, and I ain't really said much yet. But yeah, so for anybody who wasn't here a couple of weeks ago when what I plan on doing is I already mentioned it already near the beginning of the show. is I'm going to try to bring back some of the original purpose of my show, which was because it used Wednesday night used to be shooting with disabilities. So I'm gonna try to bring that back a little bit. And, I mean, if it takes off again, then we'll do it more. But if you guys got anything you want to bring up on that side of it, shooting with disabilities or anything like that, drop me an email, and we can you know um, work it into the show. So, I mean, that's what I wanted to say. Hey, yeah, luckily. Oh, sorry, Jacob. Only just noticed what you said. I'm lucky the guy that wrecked into me paid for the repairs. Yeah, yeah, but unfortunately, my my friend wrecked my truck into a ditch and totaled it. So nobody hit me. I only had because it was a paid for truck and it was old. I only had liability on it. So I lost out all around. I lost the truck. I lost So there we go. But that's what happens if you go for if you go for liability, you have to take the risk. But as you said, if somebody had hit, my friend in my truck, then they would have to pay for it, the other person. But since nobody was involved, it's my loss. You can't, who are you going to blame? You can't blame the ditch you drove into. It just didn't magically appear. I would cry if I didn't laugh, to be honest with you. I sure do miss my truck. I know it was old and horrible, but it was mine.
You'd always blame the person driving like Mario Andretti down the road in the rain.
Yeah. So I don't know. There we go. All right, it's all right. Sorry, I'm sidetracked. I'm trying to do two things at once here, and trying to walk and chew gum at the same time. Okay, I figured out what I got to do now. All right, so I forgot to bring up my my quiz question, and so I was looking for it. I found it, so we're good. Yeah, because talking about, I know we haven't had it for 2 weeks, but that's okay. The drawing's not until next Wednesday, which is the 3rd. So, so we still got another week to go, and I will give the question out in a few minutes, closer to quitting time. So, yeah. Oh, and I looked this old truck. I'm going to get liability insurance on it again, or do you think I should get cover?
I'd go with the basically what you had.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. And anyway, because I looked at
you do the math on that. If anything happened with this new truck and it got totaled, they're going to look at it and probably hand you a check for maybe $3,000 anyway. So, but if you're paying full coverage insurance, over a couple of years, you're going to end up paying more than that than you would versus regular insurance anyway. Your best bet would be not to just loan your vehicle out. I got a feeling I get more pissed about a curb tire than you get about losing your whole goddamn truck. So,
inside I'm crying, but it's like, what am I going to do? Rant and yell and scream, and it don't bring my truck back.
Maybe. I think if my lady wrecked my car, I don't even know if she'd come back. She'd be like, tell him I died.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. So
She has been in a few wrecks with my truck, but thankfully that, the other cars were totaled. So everybody hit her, supposedly. And that's what the cops said. Whatever. She wasn't ticketed, but she's been like rear-ended, backed into all types of shit in my truck. Where, I thought it was kind of crazy. It's always parking lots, shit like that. So actually, one time was at a light, and people like didn't stop and ran right into the back of her. They had to be towed away. You couldn't even tell there was anything wrong with the truck. But I couldn't tell one scratch on the bumper from an old scratch or whatever, and everybody was fine. So it's kind of nice about the older vehicles, where they used to make the 30-mile-an-hour bumpers, for an impact, versus the new ones, like the ones that hit my truck that all had to be towed away and needed thousands of dollars worth of work.
yeah. So, yeah. But anyway, I checked the insurance on it, and actually, it's around the same. Going to be around the same price I was paying anyway for the other truck. So which I'm happy with. It's newer only by what, 5 years than my other truck. My other truck was a 97. This is 2003. Was that 6 years? So
Yeah, probably depend on weight, safety features, engine size,
yeah.
and value, obviously, as well.
As I said, it was actually maybe about $4 cheaper for this new vehicle than it was what I was paying for mine. So, but as you said, it's got to do with engine size and everything else on it. So, hey, I'm happy with what I was quoted. Let's put it that way. So, so there we go. I'm even insured. I got a 2-car policy because I insured myself in her van. I know she has her own shit and I could drive it, but I insured myself driving her van. only as the cheap insurance under liability, but I just felt happier having it in my name. You know what I'm saying? So with the two vehicles, with the two vehicles, it's less than $60 a month. So I can't complain on that. There we go. Another thing too is, even if I went to bought a truck somewhere else, the thought of having payments for, what, 4 or 5 years? Is that what they are now? The thought of doing that, and I thought, what I was thinking, I think, was it you that mentioned it? What happens if, like, next year and a half, my rent goes up again? And I got this payment hanging around my neck. At least this truck will be paid off, before within the next, 6 months, if that, if not sooner. So that's what I was thinking of too. So there we go.
Yeah, life could happen. Anything can pop up. So
yeah.
Any big payments plus full coverage insurance, all that type of stuff. That's
another thing. I would have to have
expense.
I would have to have full coverage if I bought it somewhere else because of being financed.
Yeah.
They want full coverage to make sure they get their money back. So that was another thing I thought of. I said, nah. So you know, I'm thankful that this one's come along. You know, God works in mysterious ways. So, you know, I I said this before. There's people out there worse off than I am. So I'm lucky. So, and you know, I just am. It just it's falling. It's coming together for me on the vehicle side. So there we go. Anyway, it's almost quitting time. So let me do the quiz. All right. Oh, it was a real easy one. Need your email answers by next Wednesday to be in for the drawing. And I got to admit, the last person that won, I wrote it down, and I can't remember where I wrote it down at. So in other words, I ain't even got it to get. Can't remember who to send it to, and that's the. I will find it's. I know it's here on my desk here somewhere. I just got to go through all the. I got a stack of paperwork over here, and I got to go through it to find it because I wrote the name down on it. And I used to have a writing pad, and that's what I don't know what happened to it. It's here somewhere, but I find it. So I do apologize. I'm getting terrible on these things. I need to get more organized. Anyway, question was, it was to do with the gun that killed Billy the Kid, Pat Garrett's gun. Basically, what I want to know, the serial number of it. I didn't realize they had serial numbers back in those days, but they did. I wanted to know the serial number, the caliber, and, basically, was it a 5-inch barrel, an 8-inch barrel? I wanted to know the size of it. And that's it. Email me at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. Get it into me by next Wednesday, and you'll be in for the drawing. So there you go. And I don't know if you saw what I typed there, Jacob. Yeah, you already answered it. So what we got there?
Couple homemade pies.
Homemade pies?
Yep.
What's that top one? Pumpkin?
Yep.
That's what I thought. Very nice. Very nice. And bottom one apple?
Yep.
Damn. I'm on my way. If I leave now, I can be there by the morning.
I got a cherry one that's got to go in
next. I have
next.
to eat my mac and cheese.
Oh, I love mac and cheese. Oh, God. I love cherry pie. I really do. So, yeah. You serving up mac and cheese, huh?
Oh yeah, that's a staple. Every Thanksgiving, every Christmas, we gotta have some mac and cheese, homemade. Mac and cheese, not that box crap or canned stuff or whatever. The big stuff, the good stuff.
Yeah, but you just showed me all the good stuff, the pies.
Yeah, cherry pies, man. I've been eating more of those than I should lately. I'll be honest. They've had them on sale, I think, because of the I bought that Marie Callender's one.
Yeah.
They've had them on sale, I think, for the holidays. So I've just been buying them and eating them for dessert here and there. So
I see nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, and honestly, it's pretty damn good because those are homemade or whatever. Normally we make all that stuff, but sometimes you don't want to go through the problem of that. So, but that Marie Callender cherry pie, I'm telling you, it's good. If you haven't tried it, it's worth it. It's on sale now, at least in my local stores. And they're the only thing is it says let it set for 2 hours. Like you really should. It's great if you do it beforehand, but it doesn't come out. It looks like a big hot mess, like a cobbler. It's got to actually set to come out similar to an actual slice. But that hot mess cobbler is delicious. So either way, it's up to you. It's just if you're worried about presentation or whatever, you know.
I don't like, was it last night and night before? We had brownies and I didn't even let them cool down. It was hot, straight off out of the pan, you know, scooped it to a bowl like a dessert, you know.
Yeah.
So don't bother me in the slightest. Anyway, it's 8 o'clock. And so do you have any words of wisdom before we call it quits?
Not really. You know, try to remember to eat a salad tomorrow with all your food, people. You know, it's not all about turkey and pies. I mean,
And
I guess
mac and cheese.
but yeah. You got to throw a little bit of healthiness in there. Other than that, you know, stay safe. Thanks for joining us after Rick's hiatus here. Have a good holiday. Obviously, I already said it, but stay out of trouble. So other than that, we'll catch you next time.
Great. Thank you. And with that, guys, I want to say thanks for putting up with my little truck hunting the first week, then being sick the second week. But God willing and the creek don't rise, I'll be here next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, the only time zone that matters. And with that, I want to say, everybody, have a great Thanksgiving, and I will see you all next week. So, good night, everybody. Good night, Sabrina.